Hello and welcome back to the SolidWorks and Fusion 360 tutorials. In this tutorial, let's just try out to compare both of the softwares in terms of these things, right? We'll have a look at the license price, systems hardware requirements, user interface, features and functionalities, usage and applications, support, and we'll have to look at the final parts, what actual people suggest and what I would like to suggest to you, which one is better and where you have to use it. So let's just try out to start this one. Actually, the SolidWorks has a computer aided design software, and it came in 2012. Fusion 360 actually are cloud-based CAD functionalities that present a formidable challenge to SolidWorks dominance, right? At their core, both programs focus on the same purpose, 3D modeling, right? SolidWorks is an assembly-oriented parametric program that offers advanced features for professionals. Fusion 360, on the other hand, if you look at this one, is a multi-component part systems that combines parametric, direct, and mesh modeling tools. It's also cloud-based, promoting collaboration for remote teams. But this means that you can just do all the works in one window with just shifting to different modules. And traditional versus versatile, if you look at on this side, especially these two softwares came on the category of the top CAD programs. So if you look at the licensing, so I think the Fusion 360 is a bit cheaper than compared to SolidWorks, because you have to pay around about $4,000, and for the Fusion 360 if you just pay per year $495. But both of them, once you buy the license, so after that you can access to different features of each of the softwares, like up to the CAM functionalities, each and every feature you can just get right into that. System hardware requirements, for the SolidWorks you have to be 64-bit operating system with Windows 10 or 7. The recommended RAM is 16. If you have higher than this one, that would be probably better than, and 3.3 gigahertz processor. For the Fusion 360 you have to Windows 10, Mac OS, Big SUR 11.x, and then this is some of the requirements. Recommended hardware 3 gigahertz 8GB RAM. So compared to if we talk about the Fusion 360, it requires a bit lower requirements compared to SolidWorks. That's what actually I would like to talk about. This is the user interface. If I just want to make a little bit larger, once you open your SolidWorks user interface, it will look like that. The datum planes are here, and this is some of the access features. Then you can just jump right into this one. We can have the CAD, CAM, simulation, and manufacturing, CAM environment we have, and the user interface of the SolidWorks. And this is the user interface of the Fusion 360. Once you just open your Fusion 360, it will look like this one. Just on the top right corner, you can just shift to different modules by just shifting them together. From one module you can just change to the design, you can just CAM section, rendering, each and everything, you can just jump right into them. This is the features and functionalities. You can just create the 2D drawings, 3D rendering, and that's what actually, and parts and assemblies. You can assemble parts inside the SolidWorks as well as using the Fusion 360. But when it comes to the Fusion 360, we often talk about the STL files, which probably used for the 3D printing, and it just load these files whenever you are dealing with the 3D printing files. So this what actually you should know what STL files are. Probably if I have time, I'll probably make a separate videos on different kinds of file formats. What actually these are. advanced functionalities, you can just access to the flow simulation. You can just have access to the FEA, finite element analysis, and thermal analysis. You can do different kind of analysis with the help of SolidWorks. In addition, you can access to the CAM, computer aided engineering, and significantly between the two programs, right? You can have the CAD, CAM, CAE, simulation, manufacturing, and different kind of environments. You can just access to them. Fusion 360 has been constantly shifting towards 3D printing workflows, right? Because most probably people are going to take work of Fusion 360 to use them for the 3D printing purposes. And this is some of the usage and application. As earlier I told you, SolidWorks and Fusion 360 serve the same purposes, right? Both of them are used for the same purpose, like the 3D modeling, rendering, assemblies, simulation, manufacturing, and different kinds of things. But Fusion 360 is much more versatile program in this regard. It covers a much broader audience for hobbyists working when it comes to the woodworking machining. So Fusion 360 is a better option to choose while not going towards the SolidWorks, because it provides you the woodworking access, and probably people are going to choose this one. We can have a better option in case of the Fusion 360, which nowadays the end canvas rendering, and this will actually your objects will look like real. Instead of going to SolidWorks, you must have probably to have an additional graphics card, either the Quadro or either the GTX or any other one. But in case of Fusion 360, you can just render models, and then that will look like real. And let me just talk about the support. SolidWorks and Fusion 360 are very well supported because people are taking work out of this software by using them and for the different purposes. And both of them, to me, are appreciable because these are the super powerful 3D CAD modeling and softwares. People are using them in different industries, and they are using for the different purposes. For Fusion 360, sources are considerably more accessible with a number of free official training materials. If you just go to the Autodesk site, you will find lots of stuff regarding the Autodesk Fusion 360 online training sessions and many more. You can have access to the students version of Autodesk Fusion 360 as well. And finally, we have to look at the final thoughts of the Autodesk Fusion 360. What's actually people are people suggesting after using both of the softwares. So they show some of their thoughts actually which one you have to use, and if you're not using some softwares, why you shouldn't. So well, both programs are used for the 3D modeling. CAD gains or enters in competition. They told something about like they're super powerful 3D CAD modeling softwares. But SolidWorks shows you the simulation packages, 3D modeling, and this is the CAD software for the professionals. Meanwhile, if we talk about the Fusion 360, offer a very intuitive assembly interface that versatile and friendly enough for different applications and level of experience. And as a cloud-based platform, users can access and share their files just about anywhere, right? This is one of the advantages of using the Fusion 360. Choosing which CAD software is right for you is no simple task, right? So this is not that much easy. There's someone would like to tell you use this one and don't go for SolidWorks or don't go for the Fusion 360. It depends on you, which industry you follow. If you want to commercialize something, then you go for any of the software. But if you go specifically, then it depends, right? But hopefully the guidance that we have discussed above will help you to choose the right software to work with. But to me, if you go for any of the software and clear about the essentials, so then going towards any of the CAD software will not probably a better problem for you, because we can have files formats like the IGS step files. So if you're able to make models in any of the CAD software, you can just exchange them in any of the CAD programs. Like you can just bring them into the Fusion 360. Like you can just bring them into the onshape and many more. We have different kinds of the CAD programs. So hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, just leave me that in the comments below. I will probably answer them. So hope for the best. Make sure to subscribe to this channel.